Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, my name is Sylvia and I make videos on planning with the occasional review. Today's video is going to be a flip through of June thus far. Hey guys, I am having a lot of allergies. The neighbors are cutting their hay and my voice keeps cracking in and out. It's just kind of rough. Very nasally today. Maybe that's just my voice. Anyway, I just wanted to share with you what's going on so far in the month of June. I am finishing up in my Leuchtturm 1917. This is an A5 size. I don't believe I will be in this next month. I have about 40 pages left and I am doing revising. I just printed out my script at Office Depot, 270 pages, and I am so excited. I think revising is honestly going to be my favorite part of writing novels because it's all about color coding and planning, and it just makes me so happy. You should see the inside of this. It's out of control. I've been having so much fun. But I have been focused so much on revising lately. This is going to be my fourth draft, and I finally just needed to print it out and, highlight and write on every page because I just couldn't stare at a computer screen any longer. But I've been doing seriously 5 and 7 hours of revisions every single day. And I've been standing and sitting and in bed with my laptop table figuring it out. And it's just been heaven. And it just seems like there's not enough hours in the day. So every year for my birthday, I go and I buy a new journal/planner. I wanted another 1917 since I'm going to be finishing this for the month of June 2021, in case you're watching this in the future. And we don't have 1917s anywhere near where I live. I don't know why bookstores don't really carry them as much. I'll always find Moleskine, especially at, like I mentioned lately, my Office Depot has a whole rack of them, and I can always find them at Staples in the bigger town. So I'm not really sure if it's like a licensing thing, but I just bought this on Amazon. I thought it was lighter than this. It's actually darker. Much darker than I thought it was, which is fine because usually I'm in black, so anything's lighter. And I'm excited to try this out in July because not only will we be halfway through the year, we will also be starting a new quarter. And I think starting a new quarter in a new planner/journal is just right. So let's get started with the flip through of this month, and I will talk to you about how I've been feeling about it. Let's see. All right, I started off this month in the Frankenlog light system with, it's Brian's system. I will link his channel down below in case you are not familiar and you're new here. But it's really not working for me, and I don't think it will for the rest of the summer. It just gives you a lot of space for your tasks, and I just don't have as many of those in the summer season because my nieces and nephews are not in school, so I have less events. Auntie has less events to go to and participate in, which I love because as someone who has anxiety disorder, I love the summer because I can just stay home, hibernate. This is my hibernating season and just write and read. So this is not what I'm going to be doing for July. I'm thinking about doing kind of a box calendar because I really love how much I can actually fit into my weekly chart. So that's probably what I'm going to be doing. If you have like this over on the edge, there's plenty of space to write across, but I tend to always break it up and it just wasn't working for me. So I've been writing some things that are to do over on the side here so this wouldn't look as cluttered. And I stopped using these signifiers for some of these tasks because I was like, I don't need to know when I did the dishes, just that I did them. So there is that. Moving on, I did go ahead and divide my writing tasks and log separately from the monthly log, which is the first time in a while I've done that. And I really liked this a lot. I loved having all these tasks over here because I am revising. I just have so many things I need to do. So being able to see these and check things off, like you'll see a lot of things are half checked off because things take a lot of time when you're writing. So I really like this. I think I'm going to continue with this next month, maybe just exactly how it is, a 2-page spread, and then this, a box calendar, since I don't need as much space for especially writing tasks. It's just not working out for me this month. I have my weekly focus, and I always have that right next to my weekly chart. I have still been falling off on reading in audiobooks because the more I write, the less I read, and vice versa. Here is the first week, and I'm really loving these stickers. I don't have a link for them because a friend sent them to me. I did mention that they're not as crisp. Sorry, the white balance is going to go crazy. They kind of look like a photocopy more than they do a really crisp picture, but they still do the job, and I think that they're lovely. My weekly is set up in a vertical layout, which I really appreciate. I've taken some things here that I kind of blow off because I don't really know where to put them. I'll put them on the monthly and I'll just kind of look at them and think I should do them, but I don't. Some of them are reoccurring things, so I'd have to write them every single day. And because I have a vertical and I like putting the pictures here just for some aesthetic reasons, I don't have as much space to write these out. So I just thought, let's put them in a chart of their own, a weekly chart, and it's okay that they're not checked off every day because they're not supposed to be done every day. And it's been working out okay. Down here, I have my task list for the week. And because I fold this page in half, I can see my entire week on a 2-page spread and still have access to my task list. So that's working out really nice. You can see here some days I had more tasks, so I didn't have space for a picture, and that's perfectly fine. I just put washi tape to tie it back to the monthly. Here is my weekly review. I had a lot of thoughts, so I wrote them down. I don't know. I just really like this weekly review. I can't believe in the past I've never done it before. It just is so incredibly helpful when I'm setting up the next week and even when I'm looking back to set up the next month. Over here, I have my weekly focus, and you can see I really fell off on audiobooks, and I didn't even track anything for these 2 days because I have just been a revising monster. It's been crazy, but I am super productive. I just need to figure out balance because as much as I want writing to take up my life, I'm like forgetting to do the laundry and things. It's like out of control. You know what I mean? It's just like, wow, someone should probably do those dishes. And it's me. So balance, it's a thing. Here is week 23. Again, really working on this. I have some spaces here, but it's okay because these things don't have to be done every day. Still feel like I'm doing them more having this chart than just not writing them anywhere at all. And I'd always get confused about where to put these things. So this is working out very nicely. Still folding this over. I changed up the headers. This is just washi tape, by the way, that you just cut. And then I've been stenciling on the actual day. And I love the yellow. I used to be a non-fan of yellow. I used to think yellow was just the worst, but it's really lovely. I don't know. So I thought I would need 2 pages, like a 2-page spread for my weekly since I had so much to say the week before. Didn't work out, but that's okay. So now I have a complete page here that I can go ahead and collage or add in some wordage or whatever quotes that I want. I just haven't had the time, being a revising monster, to find to do that. Over here we have my weekly focus, and we are actually on this week. Gosh, my allergies are so bad. I did take some medication because we are going to the bigger town today. It just hasn't kicked in yet because it's early. The sun is coming in finally. You will see here, this is the space where I usually keep for what book I'm writing. No, excuse me. What book I'm reading or listening to, audiobook. You'll see this is the one that I'm doing with Jade. It's empty because I was like, I'm not even going to try this week. I'm just going to let it go. And if it happens, it happens. And I'll write it in. I'll leave space. If not, I can put a picture or something else there. Basically, Jade isn't coming every single day, which is totally fine. Like she does during the school year, she'll ride the bus here. So we find time every day to read. She's coming maybe 3 times, sometimes 4 times a week here, and not for really long periods of time. Plus, we are also getting her ready for Camp Nano. She's 11 and she's going to be starting her first Camp Nano. I'm so excited. She's excited. We're having a lot of fun writing together. So that's taking up a lot of our reading time. Because anytime it's like, what, you want to write? Okay, I will blow off reading, which is terrible. And I need balance, Sylvia. So I'm working on some things here. It seems like I'm failing because today is actually Friday And I haven't even started marking off some of these things, but I'm going to get on it. Some of these things are like whole tasks that once I do them, it doesn't need a half mark. It's just going to be completely marked off, if that makes sense. I don't know. Over here, I'm doing better about filling things in because I've let go of audiobooks and I've been listening to podcasts by Abby Emmons, who is a YouTuber, and she has podcasts that she films, so they're on YouTube as well. And she just, I don't know, she's the person that I found had the most stories, podcasts and videos on revision. And that's where I am right now. So I needed a lot of information. And I've just really been enjoying her channel a lot. Jade and I have been reading, except for this day. These chapters are really long, and the book is actually quite dense for an 11-year-old. There's a lot of very big new words. So we're just, we're working through it, and it's really a great book. I brought back the 15 minutes because, let's be real, I'm not going to do Duolingo anytime soon while I'm in revision mode. So I've just been writing down things that I've been trying to do for 15 minutes, hoping that I'll do it for a little bit longer. Like The Office took me like an hour to do because it was a hot mess, like a tornado hit it. 'Cause I've just been not cleaning anything, just revising. It is so bad, you guys. Let me know down below if there's something that you do that just you forget to do everything else, other than Netflix, because that happens to all of us, right? And then here, I've been watching a lot of Abby Emmons' YouTube channel, just not on revision, not only on revision, but on everything, because she has topics on everything to do with writing. That's great to be thinking about when you're doing revision. Man, I'm out of breath. And then over here, I've been putting what Jade and I have been doing every day, and she's been working on her outline for her story, and it's just so much fun. So here is this week. You can see that I've been going with blue. I didn't change the green Tombow because this is lazy planning, y'all, and it's okay not to do that, and I think it's perfectly fine. Still falling off a little bit, but this is the week when I was pushing hard to finish revisions for draft 3 so that I could print it out because I wanted to have it done for my birthday, kind of as like a milestone of look at you and what you're doing. So I really didn't get anything done. Nothing was cleaned this week. Over here, you can see that it's definitely in my planner. It's telling you, look at all of these things that I don't even have half marked off or whole marked off. So I need to get on stuff because, again, today's Friday and I'm taking the day off before I start doing, I went through and I already did some stuff yesterday because I couldn't help myself. Oops. Sticky notes don't want to stick. But tomorrow I will start again. So hopefully when I get back from the bigger town, I can get a lot of cleaning and stuff done. I did some yesterday as well. This day you can see I kind of needed more space for things, so I didn't put any picture. I'm not decorating things. I draw this out, which is pretty simple. You just divide the page and then I divide it down here so I can have tasks up here and then journaling down here. That's been working pretty well for me. If I feel like I need to journal a lot, I don't do my personal journaling in here. I've talked about that before. I have another book for that. So this is just some trigger things to help me remember about the day. This is, of course, the end of this week. We are on Friday. You can see that I already have stuff here on Saturday, and that's because my sister was going to take Saturday off, but she actually got today off. So I already wrote some things I wanted to do in the bigger town because we are going to lunch for my happy birthday, which isn't until Monday, but it's nice. They're going to take me to lunch and I'm so excited. I'm going to get some Panda Express on the way back for dinner. That way I don't have to do any cooking because I don't know about where you are or what season you are if you're not in the US. But oh my Lord, it is hot as sin here, y'all. If I cook even the slightest thing, the whole house feels like a hot kitchen that I've been cooking in for weeks. It's so terrible. So to go, eating out and getting to go is going to be amazing because it'll be that much cooler in the house tonight because I'm losing it. And I have fans on, but swamp cooler anyone? Probably. I'm not going to get that together though. So anyway, I have talked about this in the past. I have written the 18 here on these things because let's say, for instance, I fill out this day and half of it I don't get done on this day. I get it all done on Sunday. I will just write a 20 so that I know that I got it done here and not here. And that's how I get out of rewriting things, especially if you've already written in pen and you can erase. This is a friction pen in a 0.38, in case you were wondering. The Friction Biz 2. So I can erase it, but as a lazy planner, I'm like, no. So I just go ahead and put the date on when it's done. And that's just how I get around all of that. Have you tried that out yet? If you haven't, I highly recommend it because it's amazing. Yeah, but I'm really loving this blue aesthetic, and now I feel like I just want to have an entire journal with just blue because it's so calming and it's so lovely. And I'm interested in what you guys think about that. Do you think that sometimes if you have a very bright, vibrant journal, it's fun to plan in, but it's also very distracting? That is personally why I do like minimal decoration and stuff, because I have seen some people who have these planners that are just crazy, and I'm like, how the hell? They're just like stickered to death, or they have a lot of color or watercolor, and I'm like, how do you focus? I can't. It just like my brain doesn't work that way, and it's beautiful. I just can't even see what the hell's on the page. And that's just another distraction for me. So I have to keep it very simplistic. This is like the least boring I think my planner has ever been, because I've tried a little harder to put things down, and because it's not that difficult, it's been okay. And I really do appreciate the beauty, you know, it's really aesthetically a lot more pleasing. But I think there's also something simplistic, I don't know, aesthetically pleasing in simplicity. Does that make sense? I don't know. I really like watching bullet journalers that just only use a pen. I don't know, whatever. Bullet journalers. Interesting words. All right, so don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I hope that this was helpful. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.